Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. So please tell me when you all can see my screen and it starts. Can you all see my screen? All right. First of all, I would like to apologize for missing the class on Friday. If there was um was an unforeseen circumstances that held me late at work, so I couldn't make it in class. And also, I apologize for this delay system malfunctioning. So, my name is Victor Knightingal, as you all know, if you were present to the first section. So, the class is all about marketing analytics, and we covered various modules, I think to module 3, before we had to stop the last time. So, today we are going to start from data data sources before moving on to the Google Analytics 4, which is the supposed place for us to start today. But just to refresh and give you guys a jump start to your memory, and also for the benefit of those that didn't join the previous lecture, previous class. So apologies. So so in data analytics, marketing analytics, because marketing analytics is a subset of data analytics. So most of the time you see me referring to it as data analytics. So data is the primary key factor for us, and also this data we get it from various sources. So you need to understand the various data sources. And so speaking of data sources, you have various places like your Excel database, the web, etc. Depending on the kind of data, depending on the kind of data you are you are pulling. Which one? Which one? Okay, so there are all these metrics don't just appear from thin air. Like speak metrics we spoke about in the other section. We had the um, conversion rates, click through rates, cost per clicks, etc., etc. So this saying that they don't just appear out of thin air; they are collected from various data sources, and data source is a source where you get information about your marketing platform performance. So an example of the platform is example of your marketing platform could be your Google Analytics, Google Ad, Facebook Ad, you know, etc. etc. And the primary tool, one of the primary tools for measuring this data key metrics is the Google Analytics 4. So and this is the most recent version of Google Analytical tool. They have other ones like the Google Looker Studio I showed in the last section. But this Google Analytics 4 is tailored towards um, analyzing website traffic and also events. It's an event driven analytical tool, so it monitors activities of um, users that visit your website. Moving forward, we also have other social media insight analytics. And we also have other data sources like social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn. All of those social media platforms have their own ad packages. So when you subscribe to their ads, you have to you have to monitor the performance of those ads using various analytical tools. There's a social media analytical tool. So how it works is you have to when you subscribe to the ad, you have an account with the ads, and on your analytical tool, you input that information. It will extract by doing so. It will extract the important key metrics like reach, impressions, engagement, audience, etc., etc. Just the important one like also cost per click and all. So for the email marketing platforms like Namecheap and Mailchimp and Sending, those are used to send broadcast mails to customers or users. I explained this before, so we'll just move on. Yes, and for today's class, we will be focusing on Google Analytics 4. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a dedicated analytical tool for analyzing web traffic. So, so this and a quick introduction is Google latest most powerful free tool for website and app analytics. So also I forgot to mention unlike other unlike other Google analytical tools that are focused solely on web, this is a cross-platform tool. It can monitor traffic from various platforms. They call it data streams. So you can pull from web, you can pull from mobile apps. So and it is an event-driven analytical tool. So it's a fundamental tool for any digital marketer who so this not relevant now. So it tracks and reports website traffic, like I said earlier, to help you understand how users engage on your website. So that's where the event driven comes in. So user engagement keeps track of how many people click, number of active users, and so on. So this I will not do this. I will not read this for you. Let me just move forward to show you because I promised last time that we're going to do the hands on how to interact and make use of this analytical tool. So let me see if you can see my screen. Can you still see my screen? Moving to I want to share I want to share my screen to the tool. So this is the tool. All you need to do is have a Google account. Once you have a Google account, you can access this too. So, how did I get to this point? Please, can you see my screen? Hello, am I audible? I didn't get any response. Okay, all right, thank you. Moving on. Let's see. So, all you need to do just have a Google account, and you could just type Google Analytics for on your Google browser. It will take you to it will take you to a couple of to bring out a result, couple of results, and you select. Let's see. And if you just drop a link, So you can make use of this link if you want to access it. So to bring it to the analytics tool and to start measuring, you have to create an account. Right. So let's create a dummy account. Next. So this property creation, so it has to do with the organization or the product you want to analyze. Say food courts. You want to track performance of food court at track and see Nigeria and leave it in dollars. For the business, you have to talk about your business. Is it medium scale, is it small scale, is it large scale business? Then talk about what you're into, food and drinks. Then select your objective, what you're interested in. So you can drive sales, want to monitor customers. Maybe there's also a buy link on that website. So you want to monitor customers that click on that link. You want to see how many people visited the website and you're interested in the user engagement. See, set the policy. So this is the data stream. So like I said, you see cross-platform too. You can select web, you can select Android, select iOS. So depending on what you choose, it would bring out. So for web, you have to put the website. Since I selected food court, I think the website is Get Food. Let's see food court websites. Maybe Get Food Court dot com. So this is what we are measuring: page views, scrolls, outbound clicks. That's people maybe you that click to call to action. Maybe they are clicking the download app link that will take them to Google Play Store. Sites at video engagement. Maybe you have a video in your page. I know. So let's say create. It's checking. So apparently, Foodcore did not subscribe to any ads. So to enable this to work, you have to add this in the JavaScript section of your website. I don't know if you're following because this is the only way the tool can keep track or get feedback from your website. So that's why you can see it's telling me data collection isn't active for your website. So it is using this ID. So and Let's see the instruction targeting. So yeah, go on. No, you don't have to be sorry for not. You can ask questions. You are learning. All right, fine. So where do we want me to start from? Okay, so I'm saying for you to have access to this tool, all you need to do is to have a Google account. It's it's an online tool. You don't really need to install the app version. You can make use of it online, and that's what I meant. Let me see. So when you come, this is the website. This is the home page. Welcome to Google Analytics. I dropped the link on the chat. If you go to the chat, you see the link. When you click on it, it will require you to log in. If you're not already logged in, it brought me here because I'm always logged into my Google account on Chrome. So if you want to measure performance of any of your websites or your platform, so you just click on start measurements. When you click on start measurements, you create an account. Like for this, I created Google Techies tutorial. Just it's a demo account. Next, you talk about your property or the product you're measuring. Just put the name, edit food court, and reporting time zone. We use Nigerian time. I will leave the cost in USD because most of the time you are being charged in dollars for these services. So then you talk about your business. Food court is a food and drink business. Then number of employees, is it medium scale, is it large scale? Because it's slightly medium. Then for people that are based in Lagos, you should know food courts. So here is what you choose the objective of the measurement. So since you want to measure and track potential customers, or you want to track people that bought from your website or the app. Let's say your app or website has a buy link, whereby when user clicks on that buy, it takes them to another page where they can place an order. So you keep track of how many people clicked on that link, or you want to see calls people that downloaded from the app. Let's see. Can see users engagement and interaction. Maybe you have a video clicked on the app or something on the website. So when you click on next, you just select the terms and condition, accept, and because Google Analytics is a cross-platform, it supports cross-platform. So that's why I have these other op- options in the data stream. So this would since you're interested in the website, you just click on web. Or if you want to measure performance on your from the app side, you click on Apple, Android, or iOS. So if it's an app app what's it called Android phone, Android app, they have APK package name that you submit in Google in what's called Google Play Store, and the register information. We have a lot of things to fill. That will be done by your developer, or this information will be provided. Information will be provided by your developer, people responsible in developing the app. So the SDK config file, yada yada yada. But let's stick to the simple one. The web one is pretty straightforward. You can do further investigation on how to add other platforms. So I was using food court as my example before. So let's say the website you want to analyze is foodcourt.com. Say food courts as the name. And when you click on generate and continue, it's going to give you an ID. So when you click this arrow button, it brings out a JavaScript tag for you to include on all the pages of that site. So once this is done, you just have to pass this information to the developers, the website developers, the organization has a team, have a team of developers that handle updates and all on the site. So just give it to them. They know what to do with it. Once they add this, include this JavaScript tag, it starts sending traffic to this your account. From there on, it will now start receiving data, and this will stop showing saying look install tag more than 48 hours ago. So once once the tag is installed, you start receiving data, and you can now see. Let me see if I can pull up an example. You can now see something like this. Because let me show you on a good day how it looks. This is a sample Google Analytics 4 report. So all this was gotten from a site. So, so when you now get all those information from the site, you can decide to plot it into various charts. Let's see if I can edit. So these are the ones I've created. It will be empty because no data has come. These are default templates. So if traffic was coming from those accounts I created, like say I created Facebook earlier, I created food courts. So let's say that tag I showed you earlier has been inserted in any of those websites. It will be getting feedback from that website, and these charts will be populated automatically. Let me go back to default. So the default is using the dummy data by Google just to simulate how it looks like. So this is showing us a pie chart of mobile users, desktop users, tablet users, smart TV users. So you can see that mobile users have the highest percentile, followed by desktop users, and tablet users are just a little fragment of it. And I don't think there's any space for smart TV to exist. And top countries that visit the sites: United States, India, China, Taiwan. This is unlabeled, so they need to do more cleanup on this data so that to give more meaningful information to the business. We can't have this large volume and yet it's not labeled. It doesn't give any information at all. So if I'm to rate these charts, this is bad. I can't make a informed decision. Yes, I can see US is doing well, but who is outperforming US? We don't know. So the person needs to do more work. And this is a line chart showing the trend of active users by country. Then of say here is showing the operating system of users that access the site. It's showing the browsers where they accessing the browser which they use to access it, and job traffic. Let's see. Nothing for job traffic. Okay, so that's pretty much all you'll be seeing or, or do with your Google Analytics for. And I encourage you all to do more advanced research on this topic. There is a 1 minute tutorial on Google Analytics for on YouTube. I dropping the link on the chat so that in your spare time you can play that video. I think it's pretty straightforward. The guy did a good job. So I just shared the link with you. So having shown you that, let's go back to our slide. So, so I'm trying to reshare the slide. Okay. So I'll allow you to digest this slide by yourself, and also what's this? Allow you to digest by yourself because coming to, coming here is not for me to read out this word to word, just to do a scan. Um, so like here is talking about the interface and the overview. I've shown you all how the interface looks like and the possible the key metrics you can track using your Google Analytics. So I think that's a more practical way to do this. Um, this other one. So this is the interface I showed earlier. Let me first send this. So this one shows active users, event count, new users, and also there's a line graph. Then this is a geolocation graph. So it's showing user by their location. Mm, So setting up the goals and events in the GA4. So like I was telling you, the the tool is an event driven tool. So the goal is to track events by users. So then what are events? An event can be any distinct interaction or occurrence on your website or app. Example of events. These are the example of possible events that can go on your website or an application, and why it matters. Then the goals. So this is kind of a flow. of the a full how conversion happens. So let's a user visits a website, user views the product page, user clicks on ad. Like I was telling, I made an instance. If your website has a purchase button and the user clicks on it and it takes him to product and the user makes purchase, that's count as a conversion. So when a user clicks add to cart, when a user fills the contact form and submits, and so when a user completes a purchase, these are events out. These are conversions, and it has successfully achieved the goal. So two goals, the main goals of subscribing to ads to drive business, as to grow the business base, and also to make sales. So when you get user registered to your website or add their information like fill a form, it's increasing the business knowledge base. Then also when user make purchase, it's driving sales. So those two goals can be counted as conversion and setting up events and conversions. So like what I showed is example I showed you. So where the technical setup comes in is taking that tag or the ID and giving to the developers so that they can embed it on the website, each of the pages of the website. Then if it's on a mobile if it's on a mobile device, an iOS or Android, you have to fill those information like the Firebase SDK, the the products, the artifact name, there's also a Google ID, yeah, that comes with the app once it's hosted on Google Play Store or iOS. So those information are important when signing up or trying to create an account for to be analyzed on Google Analytics. So your weekly assignments, I'll leave that one to you to go through the material and answer your assignments. The sales, I think Isaac has already shared the link where you can upload the assignments for us to review. So that will be all from me for today. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I think the floor is open for questions. Yeah, go on, Amara. Hold on. Come again. You saw what? Yeah, yeah. Uh, I was the one that created it. It was just for simulation based purpose. So you know, it's not it's not your website, so you can't add it because if you add it, that tag I showed earlier, you need to add it to all the pages of Facebook. So it's only the owner of a site that can add and modify the site that is online. Except if you have a local, let's say I was hosting a local website now on the system, I can just use localhost slash whatever URL I'm publishing that site with, and I'll add it to the analytics tool and pick the tag and modify the script version and append it, embed it in all the pages of that site. When I refresh the site, the analytics will pick it. It will pick it and start tracking data from that site. So I'm sorry if that's brought confusion. You can't add Facebook. can only add your website. Us both Facebook and food court was just to simulate how you add your own website. No, Google Analytics 4 is to track traffic, measure traffic on a website you own. If you want to track your Facebook campaign, there are other tools you can use to track your Facebook campaign. Let me see. Local studios you have. Let's see. Let me share my screen. So, if you want to track your Facebook campaign or other social media campaigns, you can use Local Studio. Let me see. I used to. So for that Facebook campaign, they'll give you the campaign ID and all. So, oh, I wasn't even tracking it direct from here. Did I track? I wanted to check if I have from our dashboard that I was tracking marketing campaigns. Hmm, let me see the data source. Okay. And this was it's from the database. It's from the database. Hmm, hmm. I don't have any active one currently. But if you want to track Facebook campaigns, for now, yeah, you can use funnel. When you register to funnel, you'd have to add the campaign information. Just demo. Let me show you a demo. But the straightforward answer to your question is no, you can't track your Facebook ads using because Google 4. You have other tools you can use to do that. No, go on. I can hear you, and I totally understand what you are asking me about. I've I've worked on various campaigns, and I know what you're talking about. So, if you look at this screen, you will see data integration overview. That's what I was trying to show you using funnel. So, with funnel, for each ad, they will give you the property or the ad account. So, you come to your data integration tool and input the ad information. So once you do that, it will extract various key metrics for you, and you can now embed it to Local Studio. So if you look at this arrow from Facebook ad, it comes here, imported data, it comes to mapping library goes to either Google Sheets, BigQuery, or Looker Studio. So you can't and also you can also use Looker Studio to analyze information from Google Analytics. So Google Analytics is analyzing your website or the product or the application you own. Google Ads are they give you what we call platform as a service. So they are providing their services to you. You don't own it. So if you subscribe to Facebook ad, LinkedIn ad, Google ads, you need to integrate it to your data analytical tool. It can be Power BI, Local Studio, Tableau, or any other analytical tool, even your Excel. You have to have a way to bring in that data because we call them um, unstructured data. So if because it's not coming from a database, our relationship it's called the relational database, your conventional database that makes use of rows and columns, you can't import it directly to your analytical tool like Power BI, the Local Studio, and the what's the other one, Tableau. Though some of the two have like this Local Studio because it's owned by Google, it has a tool for it that will allow you import direct from Google Ads. It's because they are compatible. But the conventional way to do that is to pass it through a data integration tool, which is your funnel. With funnel.io. If I used to have an account, I just gave all those things out. So I would have shown you from what I had before. So when you do that, it will export those unstructured data and structure them. By doing that, to now arrange it into rows and columns, and to allow you now import to your analytical tool. So once you've imported, you can now create various dashboards, various charts based on the data you are fetching from these ads with the help of the integration tool. So I think this explains better. I don't know if you get me now. If there are still gray areas, you can ask again. We'll try another angle. We'll approach it from another angle. So, yeah, yeah, you can ask question. So, any other person? All right, go on. Yeah, good evening. There's a link. There's a link shared by Isaac. Ask him to share the link on the group, or I'll get it and pin it on the. No, what you need to do there is to upload your own assignment. Have you done your assignment? Okay, so let me see. Hmm, check for that link. Can you paste the link on the chat? Hmm? All right, thank you, Amara. So okay, so if you permit me, in the absence of further questions, I'll end the class here. Hope to see you on Tuesday by 7 p.m. Yeah, bye.